What's with men lusting over women even in public place? Do men truly love women unconditionally, or is it just all about lust? I have a story of a 22-year-old man that tried marrying a 9-year-old little girl in Disneyland. We are also going to discuss women acting like they are under spell when it comes to men and love. Let's get started. Why do many men feel entitled to stare and comment on women's body in public? You walk on the streets, they are catcalling, making vulgar comments, staring at you, and they expect you to be happy they are doing that. They expect you to be happy that they find you attractive, they find you sexy. The most annoying part of this is that it is being normalized in the society. What they are doing is basically harassment, but the society does not see it that way because men are the ones doing it to women. Is this behavior rooted in power, control, or simply lack of discipline? Men feel like they own the society, they own women, so they have the right to do whatsoever they feel like doing to women because in their head, women don't have the right to question their actions. When they do this, they are so selfish to the point that they don't think what they are doing has a negative effect on the women they are doing that to. Like I said, in their head, they believe that every woman should be excited if they get harassed that way by men. You know, many men love attention, so they think women should be excited because they are getting attention from men. This behavior makes it so difficult for women to exist in the society comfortably without being harassed on a daily basis by men. It has made it so difficult to the point where women can't dress freely, walk freely, or even breathe because some men cannot keep their sexual urge to themselves. Sadly, the society is so desensitized to this, it has become the norms. That being said, do men truly love women unconditionally, or are they driven by their sexual lust?
If you are a girl and you are single, please stay single. It's a harsh reality that we live in, and it's a harsh thing to say and hear, but the reality is that these fairy tale relationships that we've all grown up believing exist do not exist. Men do not talk about you the way they do in movies. I genuinely do not believe there is a man out there that will love a woman unconditionally. Men are driven by lust, and in today's society, they just expect us to do more and more. So what's the point anyway? Please focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Focus on your education. Focus on your health. Focus on learning and growing and seeing the world. Decenter men from your life. They are not important. I genuinely don't believe that there's an exception to the rule, and I don't care if I sound like an asshole saying that. Men will cheat, men will lie. Don't put yourself through that. We need to start normalizing the fact that men do not exist the same way they do in the movies. To the men mad about that statement, do you realize that the standard in movies is just the fact that the men love the woman? The men love the woman and they talk to her in a respectful way and they respect her boundaries and show them through acts of service that they love them. I have had my own personal experiences. I have seen a lot of my friends go through shit where they thought that their boyfriend was the exception to the rule. I don't even need to give you proof because the proof is all around you. Look at what just happened to the wizard Liz. She has everything. She is stunningly gorgeous. She is rich. She has strong goals and boundaries. She is educated. And she still got cheated on. I don't care if I sound like the asshole. It is all men.
I believe a man can love a woman unconditionally, but I don't think a woman can love a man unconditionally.
What? Really?
Yeah.
I beg to differ. I think it's the other way around.
No.
I think a woman can love a man unconditionally. Mm-mm. And
not forever.
You don't think so?
No.
Damn.
No. I think when a man loves a woman for real, like, he'll love her forever.
Men do not love you. Okay? So stop thinking that they do. They tolerate you. They lust you. That's it. If they're your family member that is related to you, that is a whole different type of love. But I'm speaking about relationship wise. Okay? So never do anything based on thinking that he loves you. Only do it based on your best interest. Only do something based on your benefit. Don't do it, oh, but he loves me. Don't do it for that reason, because you're going to get fooled every single time. So love is not words. Love is action, baby. If he loved you, why do you need stuff?
The emotional reality is this: many men are not taught how to love women for who they are. They are taught to love what they can extract from women: sex, beauty, submission. Now, how do you tell the difference between love and lust in a man's action? You need to pay close attention to what his interests are regarding you. You need to pay close attention to what he seeks to get from you. Some men can be so focused on your beauty, body, submission, and they will still treat you nicely by buying you gifts and showing you favor and also being polite to you. You should focus on the connection that is deeper than sex. How does he make you feel? How does he react to your personal challenges? How does he react to your personal life goals and plans? Does he make you feel like he's part of you, or he's just there for a given period of time? Does that man feed your soul? Does he feed your spirit? Is he dismissive? Does he really care about your worries? Have you ever asked, why is it that a woman must constantly earn a man's love through obedience or beauty? Many men would tell you they would rather you respect them than love them. If you have a man that is demanding respect, submission, obedience from you, that man does not love you. That is not love. He is just a user. He wants to control you. When you love someone the way love is supposed to be, firstly, you would recognize and acknowledge that person as a human being that has got emotions as you do. You would try to put yourself in that person's shoes and try to view from the lens at which they are also viewing whatever is going on at that given point of time, so you would have a better understanding where they are coming from. Humanity is love. Don't let anyone deceive you. That being said, do you think men love women for who they are, or they love women for how they make them feel? Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Let's have a quick look at this story that broke out a couple of days back in France. According to the headline, a 22-year-old man was set out to marry a 9-year-old girl in Disneyland.
Did you hear about the 22-year-old man that tried to marry a 9-year-old little girl at Disneyland in Paris? Yeah, this 22-year-old man paid $120,000 to have this wedding before the park opened, and paid guests telling them that they're going to be experiencing a high-end wedding until Disneyland employees notice the age of the bride. It is a 9-year-old little Ukrainian girl in a wedding dress wearing 5-inch heels who is visually upset by the situation. Mind you, this man is a convicted S offender in his own country and in trouble because he never registered as an S offender in his country and shouldn't, for that reason alone, be around children, especially 9-year-old Ukrainian little girls in a wedding dress, having them dress up in 5-inch heels. Honestly, be so for real.
A man has tried to marry a 9-year-old in Disneyland. This took place in Disneyland, Paris, and 4 people have been arrested. One of the 4 individuals arrested included the groom. He is believed to be the organizer of the event, and 22 years old, the 41-year-old mother of the child, was also arrested. In addition to that, 2 others were arrested, and they were 55 years old and 24 years old. However, their relationship to the 9-year-old has not been disclosed. Officials said the wedding ceremony was scheduled to take place at dawn. As many private events in Disneyland do, the circumstances surrounding the wedding remain unclear at this time. However, the prosecutor's office said that a medical examination of the child said that they had not suffered any violence. They also stated at this time they are not ruling out that this may have possibly been a prank. They said many of the wedding guests attending the prosecutor's office released a statement later saying, quote, "So it wasn't a wedding but a staged wedding filmed with around 100 extras. They privatized Disneyland Paris, pretending it was a real wedding, although authorities say they are still investigating."
And to no one's surprise, French police are now reporting that the 22-year-old man who was caught trying to marry a 9-year-old Ukrainian girl at Disneyland Paris this past Saturday has a previous criminal record for sexual assault against a minor. French police say the would-be groom, who has not yet been named, has been charged with money laundering, identity theft, and will soon be charged with corruption of a minor. And to add a level of creepiness to the story, police say when they approached him, they realized he had undergone a complete face transformation to look like someone other than himself. I don't know if that means just heavy makeup or prosthetics, but he did not look like himself. If you aren't aware of what happened, employees at Disneyland Paris called police in the early hours of the morning this past Saturday after they saw a 9-year-old girl about to marry a 22-year-old British man. When police arrived, the man said it was just a prank to later post online, but then police learned that he had paid $150,000 for the venue and paid 100 actors to be guests at this wedding. The mother of the girl, the would-be groom, and 2 other women who helped plan this were arrested. It was also reported that the little girl, the victim in all of this, was being carried around from place to place because she literally couldn't stand or walk in the heels they had given her to wear.
I understand they are also saying that it was a prank. Regardless, we should not sweep under the rug the fact that we have a lot of perverts in the society. We have a lot of PDF files in the society. In the northern part of Nigeria, women get married at a very young age, as 8 years, 9 years, 10 years and above. So this is not new and this is not strange to me. Many men out there feel entitled to women. Sometime in the past, I took time out to think about why a man that is grown, a man that is in his 40s, 30s would want to marry a girl as young as 9 years old. All that came to my mind was entitlement and sex. It's all about sex. To them, they need a woman or anything that represents a woman that they can use to satisfy their sexual urge. If only they saw women as humans, I don't think any man would want to purchase a woman as young as 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, 13, 14, 15. I don't think any man would want to purchase a minor for sex, because that is what they're doing. They are buying those little girls. Those girls know nothing. So you can use the northern part of Nigerian belief, their practice when it comes to marriage, to have a bigger picture of how men view women. Make it make sense. Why should a man that is in his 50s go marry a girl that is 9, 10 years, 11 old? Why? If not that he sees that person not to be a human, but an object for his sexual gratification, his sexual urge. Expand that picture. That is how a lot of men out there see women. They don't see us as humans. So it's difficult for someone to love you when they don't see you as humans. It's easier for someone to love you when they connect with you emotionally, deeply, on the same level, on the same human level, on the same level of humanity. This explains why men can easily hurt women the way they do. It explains why you would hear stories of men unaliving their wives. It's very sad. It is heartbreaking. It is disheartening to see how religion and cultures shield these predators instead of protecting the victim. The victims are always being blamed. In the Islamic part of Nigeria, it is normalized, it's normal. Young girls get married so young, knowing nothing, and they start sexing them that young. And those little girls, they've been brainwashed that they were created for just that. They don't know any better. If their mom think that way, their grandparents think that way, what on earth is going to make them think differently? Especially when they don't have people that know better to converse with. So I don't blame them when those girls rise up to defend men like that, because they've been brainwashed. They don't know better. So tell me, what kind of mindset believes that a child is ready for marriage or sexual attention? Thinking about marriage, what is it all about? For men to have access to a woman's body and have sex. That is how most men think. Let's step aside and look away from the childbearing aspect, which men also love because they want their lineage to keep running. Let's don't focus on that right now. It's all about men buying a woman a sex toy, an object that they can easily have access to that person's body to satisfy their sexual urge. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that women don't also get satisfaction from that. Not all women are sex freak. Not all women are interested in sex, but I know some women out there have high sexual drive. Those are not the people we are talking about in this video. They are not my focus here. I'm trying to paint a picture so we all can have a better understanding of how some men reason, a better understanding of what goes deep into their mind when they think about women and marriage. Many religions have preached to men, made men believe that God created us women just to serve them. And then when we talk about how religion aligns with patriarchy, some religions will get angry. When we talk about how misogynistic religions are, some religions will get angry. Them also getting angry shows the level of brainwashing, how deep they've been deceived and brainwashed. All that being said, men have succeeded in making we women believe that our focus should be on chasing love. They've made us believe that we cannot exist if you don't have a man that loves us. So women are more focused on finding a man that loves them rather than focusing on understanding who they are as an individual. Let's talk about that.
Have you ever heard a man say that a woman helps him be in his masculine energy so he really loves the color blue? Have you ever heard a man say that a woman makes him feel so safe that he wants to give up his bodily autonomy, financial security, personhood, all of the things that make them an individual? Have you heard that? No, because they're not under spells like women are. Wake the up. It's true that when we get into relationships that make us feel safe, it feels like we can let our guard down, but your guard being down should not mean that you give up being a person, a full, functioning, autonomous human being outside of your partner, and them making you feel safe has nothing to do with you now liking the color pink. There's no correlation. Men don't say that stupid shit because it's not real. It's not based in reality. You guys are being delusional. If you like the color pink, it's because you like the color pink. It has nothing to do with your man just being so special. Why do you guys want to make men feel special so badly that you're willing to say stuff that is so nonsensical? It makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense. And if he has to make you be in your feminine energy and you need a femininity coach, that shit is forced. It's not natural. People will claim that it's natural for a woman to be feminine and perform all these things, but if it's so natural, why are there so many coaches and why are there so many different ways to get into your feminine energy? It should just be something that happens because you're a woman, but it's not, because it's not. Wake the fuck up now. And I'm just gonna say it. I blame all of that on the I'm just a girl. He lets me turn my brain off. He lets me be in my feminine energy. All of that bullshit. I blame it on everything that happened during that Barbie era. It's all connected and nobody wants to admit it. But the I'm just a girl, the Amber Heard, all of that stuff, it really showed that the rise in misogyny and women acting like incompetent little patriarchal princesses was upon us, and it makes me sick to think about. You are smart, you are competent, and you can be all of those things while also being in love. Stop it. Get out from under these spells.
When women consult with me, they usually care about love a lot. Men don't care about love as much. Men are always like money spells. How can we do some money spells? How can we manifest more wealth for ourselves? How can we, I want to get a job, I want to travel abroad, I want to do this. Men are more focused on achieving things, but I wish women were also the same way, because they're always focused on, how do I get this person to love me? If you need a spell for somebody to love you, don't you think you should leave the person alone? So they always think about locking someone, doing love spells and things like that. They don't think about, I want to be successful, I want to be the biggest business owner on the block. How do I make my business super prosperous? What can I do? They're always like, love. How do I lock a man? How do I keep this person stuck with me? How do I get this person to favor me or be generous to only me? I'm just like, girl, come on. What's wrong with you?
Let me tell you something. Some of these women are so obsessed with a man, they want to put witchcraft on him. They do a love spell. They want him obsessed with them, right? But once you put that love spell on that man, and now he obsessed with you, guess what? Your ass might end up unalive. I don't care what. I don't want damn motherfucker that bad. You walk around here putting witchcraft on somebody to make them want me. If I gotta make a motherfucker for me, I don't want them. I don't understand who the fuck even do that. Sometimes y'all be hearing about some of these women getting unalived. I hate to say it, somebody gonna get mad. Some of that be because they done put voodoo on that man. And now he is really obsessed with them. She tired on, she ready for a relationship to be over with now for whatever reason. And now he can't take it. Cause he gone crazy literally by her. Cause she did it. Man, let me tell you something. Ain't that much love in the fucking world. You gotta love yourself first. If I got to put, and I'm gonna tell you ways too in my next video, how they put the love spell on the man. You gotta be surprised what people will do to keep them a man. Stay tuned.
Another day of men showing us exactly who they are. I don't know how many times women have to see this on a big scale or on a micro level in their own friend groups and their own families, but men are gonna be men. We know what men are, okay? The idea that was sold to us about love and Disney is bullshit. It always has been, okay? How many women have fallen for the bullshit? And it's 2025, I understand. Everyone's not awake, so I'm gonna keep talking about this shit because all the women are not awake. All the women are under a love spell of delusion, thinking, hoping, wishing, dreaming, okay? The reality is that you might end up with somebody who is going to cheat on you 99% of the time. Oftentimes, women also stay with men who cheat on them because they're like, oh, I can't let anyone know that they were right and that he did cheat. That happens too. I'm gonna keep talking about this because there is more to life than relationships, all right? As a former spicy dancer, the clubs are full of married men. The men who watch OF, married, in relationships, okay? The 8 billion views on Pornhub every month, mostly men. Guaranteed they're all married or in relationships. Men don't know how to be alone, okay? So they always need someone on standby. There is no changing men, okay? Men don't go to therapy, right? Men are unaliving women 4 times a day in the US. 4 women have died today in the US. So, reality sucks, but there are so many other things that women could focus on in life that are not centered around men. Decentering men and centering your own life experience is the only way that you're going to win this game. It's not going to happen with a man by your side. Also, we shouldn't be surprised that all of this is coming to light, okay? We are in the age of Aquarius. The truth cannot be hidden anymore, all right? Everything comes to light, and I think especially women's intuition is also like rising at some insane degree, because I'm pretty sure that everything I'm talking about is somehow connecting to a lot of women and their experiences like literally right now. So it's just interesting that I made a whole video for YouTube about men are not monogamous, they all cheat. And then conveniently today while I'm editing it, a big creator from YouTube posts about her getting cheated on. I only speak about the truth and reality on this account. And it sucks, but that's what it is.
Men are not monogamous, they are cheat. That statement is debatable because over time, men have tried their best to convince women that they are polygamous in nature. While we women, we find it difficult to accept that. We see that to be an excuse for them to go out there to cheat. Right here, she's saying men are not monogamous in nature, they are cheat. It's a very deep statement to make, and looking at it deeply, there's a whole lot to consider. Should we take it back to their genetic makeup, their biology? Is that how they are made? I've been trying to understand that. I've read some publications and all that. Is that how men truly are? Are men monogamous or are they polygamous in nature? It will only make sense to me if that is how they were created by their maker. Oh, a man cannot stay with one woman because their maker made them that way. But But if that is not the case, if they have been conditioned by the society, then it's BS. I'm yet to figure out what exactly it is, because personally, I don't believe in that statement. There are some men out there that are not shit. We also have this argument of, is it all men or are all men the same? Because some women believe that all men are the same. It's just all about opportunity. Some men also say that all men are cheat. It's just lack of opportunity. That's why some men are not cheating. I really cannot prove that. But for the women that have spoken about their husbands not being cheat, and they are sure to the end that their husbands, their boyfriends, whoever they've dated, not being cheat, it could be they were not able to cheat because they lacked the opportunity. Or it could be over time they were able to develop themselves and have integrity. Like I said, the only thing that would convince me that men are polygamous in nature is their biology. And I'm yet to see any significant write-up in that I believe. And the reason why I think anyone can be anything is because of how humans are. Men and women are obviously not the same 100%, but I believe emotionally we have a lot of similarity. We can control our mind, we can build character, we can decide what we want to do. So based on that, based on us having the ability to control ourselves, I believe some men are not cheat. If you put your mind to it, you can make it happen. If you can build a character, if a woman can build a habit, men can equally do so. So based on that, I don't believe the men are polygamous in nature talk. And I think the reason why many men are cheat is because the society enables it. It's okay for men to cheat, but it's a taboo if a woman does so. Let's say the society enables both men and women cheating. Probably we might have more women cheating. So the society here is the problem, and the individuals are also the problem, if you ask me. Let's talk about women centering men, acting like they casted a spell on them. It's all about men, marriage, my men, marriage, love, and all that. There is nothing wrong in getting married, don't get me wrong. But a lot of pygmies, the moment they get married, it becomes about their marriage and their man. They post about it all the time. They come online and talk about it all the time, even when they are clearly not happy. You know, women love to pepper each other. We love to make other women believe that we are better off. That is common. I'm not part of that, but women do that. We have to stop chasing acceptance from men and focus more on ourselves. We should focus more on learning how to build good relationship with our fellow women. I tell you, women struggle with that. We backbite a lot. There's this competition that men set up for us. Men are using the divide and conquer strategy to rule us women. They know what they're doing. If you look at it, most of the fights that women have is about men. It's men. She's snatching my man did this, my man slept with her, my man is cheating with her. It's all about men mostly. So we need to have a mind of our own. We need to live our lives without centering men. You can be married to a man and not center that man. That's what people don't understand. The moment they hear you talk about marriage, feminism, women's rights, they will assume you hate men. I've gotten a couple of comments in the comment section asking me who hurt me. Who hurt me? From women. No one needs to hurt me for me to speak the truth. No one needs to hurt me for me to speak up. Or they just assume because you're talking about this, you hate men. You don't want to have anything to do with men. You don't have men in your life. Please don't be a pick-me in your marriage or relationship. Because if you become a pick-me, you are under that man's mercy. You're not in that relationship as someone that has got rights. You're not in that relationship as someone that is willing to negotiate your terms, but to submit to whatever the man gives to you. Know your right, know your worth, and act accordingly.